Imagine your daughter, your sister, your mother, or your niece not going to school against their will. Imagine women not allowed to work, not allowed to move freely, but forced to stay home and become housewives. Well, this is not an imagination. It's the reality for women and girls in Afghanistan today.
Afghanistan is completely a dark country for women. Boys can go to school and the women again cannot go to school. And the Taliban just not banning the school. They are banning the women from work. They are banning the women from movement. Actually, we can say that the Taliban restrict basic human rights of women and also all the minorities.
In this special edition of In the Diaspora, we'll focus on women education in Afghanistan before and during the Taliban rule. Taliban has been a buzzword in global politics since the 1990s. The word itself means student in Pashto language. But who are the Talibans, and how is this group viewed by Afghans?
Taliban is a terroristic group. It's not made of, this group is not just Afghan people. Inside the Taliban group, as we searched and our family live in Afghanistan, there are people from different countries. We say the example from Chechnya, from Arabic countries, from the countries who are the Afghanistan neighbors. And the Taliban is a group, a radicalist group, they want to implement their decision, their thoughts in Afghanistan.
That's Nashima Shafak describing the Taliban from an Afghan perspective. Afghanistan is an Asian country with an estimated total population of over 41 million people. Almost half of this population are women, the most vulnerable group during Taliban rule. Before the Taliban took over in 2021, life was fairly good for women in the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan.
I cannot say that before the Taliban everything was perfect, because the life in Afghanistan always not be easy for women.
Nasima Shafak is a project worker at Doras Island. She's a lawyer from Afghanistan who left the Asian country for Ireland shortly after the Taliban insurgency.
Before the Taliban, we had the rights of education, we had the rights to work, we had the rights to move, and also we can say there was not any restriction who implement by the government. Just I can say example of myself that I am a woman that born and grown up in Afghanistan. I studied law and political science faculty. I had my master's degree in public administration. The same as me, there was a lot of women and girls who had studied in Afghanistan. Even we can say in 2009, in 2011, the enrollment process of women, girls in Afghanistan were more than the boys in Afghanistan.
Afghan women and girls were more than wives and sisters before Taliban rule.
We were enjoying all the rights that we had, despite all the challenges regarding security situation. It was great, to be honest. I loved my life.
Fatema Mohammadi is a media and communication specialist from Afghanistan. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in communication and media studies at University College Dublin in Ireland.
We were trying so hard to improve ourselves in personal capacity, personal level, and to help others. It was not just about ourselves. I knew a lot of strong, fabulous women in Afghanistan working how to empower other women and girls.
Today, however, the situation for women and girls in Afghanistan has worsened.
The primarily basic rights, now we don't have them. Girls are not allowed to attend school. Girls are not allowed to go to university and continue their education. Freedom of movement, they don't have it. They are not allowed to go to work. So everything is being taken from them by the Taliban. So to be honest, now they are like captives or prisoners in their houses. They have to stay at home and they can't do anything.
Harun Najafizada, a journalist with the BBC World Service, describes the current situation.
It's a catastrophe. It is a human crisis because almost half of Ireland population are deprived of education. I mean, about 3 million people, kids, schoolgirls. Now imagine your child not going to school for one day. They haven't been out of school for 552 days. And there is no clear idea and plan in place to explain when they will finally go back to school. So I would call it a crisis.
Inasmuch as Afghanistan has as many women as men, the Taliban often target women.
I think we need to look at the Taliban mindset. They are quite radical, they are quite ill-informed on Islamic values, on humanitarian rights, on human progress. So they believe that this is un-Islamic to allow your kid to go to school if it's a girl. So their interpretation of Islam is wrong, and it's quite literal. Even if they quote something from the Quran, they don't see the context of that quote. It's out of the context.
Now, in terms of men, what do they do now to help matters as well?
Well, they are very scared. The Taliban is harsher with men than the women because they might not snatch a woman to a wrist, but they will not care about the man. And thousands of men are in the Taliban prison. I think you need a big shake-up, to be honest, and it's a long process. You need to inform. You need something to happen within the Taliban, something to happen within their constituency to stand up to their rules. But everybody is very frightened.
Shakiba Hamede is a primary school teacher from Afghanistan studying business and computer IT in Ireland. For her, women and girls are targeted because they are powerful.
A woman is a part of society and they have the right to get education and when the woman be powerful and empowerment, and they can do everything in the society. She can be a good mother. She can be a good teacher. She can be a good leader. Even she can be a good president as well. So that's why I think they're afraid of the power of the woman, that they do not let them to get education.
Although doors of education have closed for Afghan women and girls, there is still hope for them if certain things are done. Shakiba cites organizing online classes as one of the things that could help matters.
Right now, the situation is not good in Afghanistan that they should go to school, because if all the schools are closed, and we are here. We try our best that we can do something good for them, and make any online classes for them, or make any difference for them, that they should not stop their education.
Nasima agrees with Shakiba but points out the limitation of online classes.
The world is very big. If the world truly want to help the Afghan woman, and Afghan woman is not a very, very big population, and there is a lot of way to help the woman. The first one is the world stand on the Afghan woman's side and pressure the Taliban to let them educate the woman. The second, the world can funding from international donors truly the education system of Afghanistan, and they should fund and also financially support the education system in Afghanistan. And also by opening some online education centers, we can at least educate the women who live in big cities like Kabul, Herat, and also Balkh. But in rural community, we can say that they don't have access to the internet.
Fatema calls for creation of scholarships for Afghan women and girls.
There are many Afghan women and girls who left the country and now are in neighboring countries like Pakistan and Iran. They are applying, I know a lot of women, they are applying to other universities in European countries, in the US or other countries. They can get the admission, but the problem is that they can't afford to pay high tuition fees. So another solution, they were students, they were university students, undergrads, postgrad students. Now, this right has been taken from them. It was not easy in Afghanistan to enter a university, like different courses like medicine, engineering. And now they are kind of being abandoned in neighboring countries. And they are striving to find a solution, to find a way to leave those neighboring countries and continue their education. So it would be really helpful to provide opportunities for them, like scholarships, programs, fellowships, for them to continue their education. So this is hopefully, this situation will be temporary for Afghanistan. We all hope that the Taliban would not last.
For Harun, the best solution to the Afghan crisis is for the international community to impose sanctions on the Taliban.
I think the international community needs to send stronger messages to the Taliban. They are not sort of separate continent, they're not a separate planet on Earth. If they need international community, they need to accept the basic human rights. If they need aid from the international community, they need to respect women's rights. If they need support in technology, in governance, in international affairs, they need to first understand the world. I think the international community can send stronger messages. They can sanction the Taliban leaders. They can freeze their assets. They can probably those who are against the humanity be arrested when they travel outside Afghanistan. I think the pressure can be mounted on them to push them towards a sort of peace deal with their people. Okay, you can't rule people by force, and I think the international community should stand with the people of Afghanistan.
I'm really happy about this, that in international communities like Ireland, people start talking about Afghanistan, Afghan women, Afghan girls, and education in Afghanistan.
Nasatullah Taban is a journalist from Afghanistan. He's currently pursuing a Master of Arts in Media Studies at Mary Immaculate College. His appeal is for the Irish government to help women and girls in Afghanistan.
About the immigrants or the people who were evacuated by the Irish people or the Irish government in Ireland, they should also receive support from the government of Ireland, for example, accommodation, education, financially supporting, other things that possible the government should do, because they left everything behind. The days that those people who are left at their country, they haven't anything for themselves. So this is challenging for them in any kind of thing. So the government should starting cultural exchange program to learn more about Afghan immigrants should learn more about the Irish cultures, society, communities. These things are important nowadays, and making ways for Afghan immigrants in Ireland to study, to educate, because tomorrow they can educate hundreds, thousands of Afghans in Afghanistan.
The passionate plea of Afghans in the diaspora is for the international community to never recognize the Taliban government.
We want other countries not to recognize the Taliban. They are the enemies of Afghanistan and our people. We do not recognize them. They are terrorists, definitely they are terrorists.
Do not recognize the Taliban, that they are the government of Afghanistan right now. Let the woman to get education. Why? It is the right of every woman, every human beings, that they get education.
Is there hope for the young girls now in Afghanistan to ever go back to school?
I think, as I talk with so many Afghan girls who are in Afghanistan, especially I can say that my siblings, they don't have any hope to go one day in school, but they are strict to continue their fight. They are strict to continue their education, even though they said we find our school teachers, our university teachers' contact number, and we are trying to get our knowledge highly and in the place that are not known for the Taliban. And they said that we wish this government not continue for a long time, and it should be end one day and we can educate.
With all said and done, yet more to be done to help matters. It is only hope that every Afghan girl and woman will soon enjoy her right to education, movement, and work. Thank you for listening to this special edition of In the Diaspora. In this edition, we focused on female education during Taliban rule in Afghanistan. This program is brought to you in partnership with the Equality, Diversity, Inclusion and Interculturalism Office of Mary Immaculate College, MIC. I'm David Chisanga. Until next time, bye for now.